Well, greetings, BCOT247 students. This is Mr.D. This is week number 2 in our 16 or 15-week spring course here at Cerritos College. And I just wanted to do another quick video giving you some announcements as well as going over some of the assignments that you'll be working on. Hopefully your first week wasn't too challenging and that you're able to get everything done that needed to be done. There was an initial check-in assignment. There was a quiz for chapter 1. There was a discussion post that you needed to start, etc. So anyway, I'm just going to go over what you need to know about week number 2. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. And I did it the wrong way. Let me try one more time. Oh, opposite. There we go. Oh, all right. Finally got it. So here I am on our home screen in Canvas. I apologize for being casual today, but it is Sunday. And you're getting this video on Monday. But anyway, this is our Canvas homepage. And of course, we're in module number 1. So I'm just going to come down here to module number 1 and select that. And that's going to bring me to what we started last week. So here is your initial mandatory check-in where you introduced yourself. There was a SLO post-test or pre-test, which is just letting you know what you know about business communications. There was a PowerPoint for chapter 1. There was a quiz for chapter 1. And then, as I mentioned, there was a discussion post. Now, a few of you had some questions about the discussion post. I'm just going to reiterate how this assignment works. Basically, you have about 4 weeks to get this assignment done. I think it's March 10th is when it's actually due in this particular term. So you have about 4 to 5 weeks to get it done. And what you're going to do here is you're going to just simply watch the videos, read the textbook on presentations, and then just make a couple of lists. You're going to make a list of kind of the do's and don'ts of somebody giving a presentation. So if you just think about, somebody giving a presentation, what should they do? Should they be reading the slides? Should they be reading notes? Should they be looking at the audience? So give me a list. What should they be doing? What should they not be doing? Should they be fidgeting? Should they be telling jokes? Should they be looking at the ground? I mean, there's a lot of things that all those videos talk about that have to do with the do's and don'ts. So a list of your do's, a list of your don'ts, and just make it a rough list. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to be refining it over the next few weeks. Same thing, however, make a list of the presentation and then also of the presentation software. So there's some videos on that, like what should you use on your slides, and should you have a lot of pictures, and should you have paragraphs of text, things like that. So what should your slides look like and what should they not look like? And those are the 2 lists that you're going to be making. And again, at this point, just make them really rough. They don't have to be perfect, because what you're going to do then, once you initially post your first list, you'll be able to then see other students' lists. So you can look at what they put down. And kind of the idea here is that you're learning from each other. So if you say something on somebody else's list that you like, that you find is better than yours, then take theirs and put it onto yours. And the idea is to refine your list so that at the end, about 4 weeks from now, you can put together a finalized, refined, final list of the 10 do's and don'ts of presentations, the 10 do's and don'ts of using presentation software, and then that's what you'll submit. So what I'll be looking for when I grade this assignment is, did you have an initial list sometime around this time in the class? Did you look at other students' lists and refine your list? And then did you submit a final list, usually the final week before the assignment is due? That's what I'm going to be looking for. So it's kind of an ongoing assignment. It's not something that you just do once. You kind of keep revisiting it until you've refined your list. So that's the assignment, and it's called the discussion post assignment right here. And then as we move then into week number 2, you have what's called a check-in assignment. Now, we did do the initial mandatory check-in assignment, but what the check-in assignments are from week 2 and on are basically questions from the chapter. So there's usually anywhere from 3 to 4 questions per chapter, or 3 to 4 questions per week. And you're basically looking up key points from the chapter that I think are very critical for you to know and understand. So I'm not just having you do busy work. I'm having you specifically go to your textbook, open it up, and define the answers to these questions. All I'm looking for is the textbook answer. I'm not looking for your opinion on it unless I ask for that. So really, it's just, what does the textbook say about that particular question? And that's a check-in assignment. Those are, by the way, only open 1 week. That's the only assignment I will not budge on. It's in place of class participation. So if you miss a class, you can't go back and re-participate. So in the same way, if you miss checking in and doing the check-in assignment each week, then you lose those points, which is like 12 points or 10 points for each one. So that's the check-in assignment. You do have a PowerPoint for chapter 12, and week number 2 is chapter 12, which is all about giving presentations. So you may want to read that before you start your discussion post. There's a quiz on chapter 12 as well, and you have all week to do that. You can take the quizzes 3 times, and it'll always keep your highest score. And then you're going to be starting the first major project in the class, and this is going to carry us all the way through to the end of Module 1 as well, and this is called a individual presentation assignment. Basically, you're going to put together a 5-minute presentation in PowerPoint that you're going to record yourself giving, and you can do it all in PowerPoint. The assignment instructions explain it, and you have basically the next 4 weeks to get it done. So I would suggest that this week you begin to think about what are your 4 life significant events. That's the theme. So what are the significant events of your life? Make a list and then pick the top 4 most significant. And then you're going to create a PowerPoint slide for each one of those significant events, following all the guidelines and rules for business presentations that you're learning. And then you're going to record yourself in PowerPoint giving the presentation. Now, if you don't have PowerPoint, this may be a problem for you, and you need to let me know right away, or you can try and do it in Prezi, or you can try and do it in Google Docs. The students have done it in every different platform, and they've successfully done it. And so, but you do need a camera to be able to record yourself. And if for some reason you can't do all that, I will make some exceptions, but you may lose some points, because it's really something that pretty much every student has been able to do every semester. And you have 4 weeks to do it, and then you need to upload it. And there is a video inside the assignment itself that explains the assignment in much more detail. So you can watch that, and you can know exactly what I'll be looking for. There's also a sample in the assignment instructions of my 4 significant life events. Now, it's not a recorded one. It's just my PowerPoint, but it gives you an idea of what the PowerPoint should look like. And if you want to download it, you can scroll through it, and you'll see how I used builds on my slides. I had a navigation slide, which is the first slide in the deck that tells your audience where you're going to go, etc. So make sure you review my PowerPoint slides. Make sure you read very thoroughly the instructions. Make sure you watch some of the videos, and that you put together this presentation. You have 4 weeks to do it. So all you're going to have every week is a quiz and a check-in assignment, and then you're going to have this presentation that you need to be working on, and then your discussion post that you have 4 weeks to finish as well. I used to give you a homework assignment, but I took that out this semester so that you could put more time into your presentation. So please do that. If you have any issues or anything, let me know. And you're supposed to get started this week on that assignment. I'm going to go ahead and open it real quick here, because it does have some dates. So this week, again, you want to start preparing your presentation. By the way, you don't have to upload anything until it's due at the very end. So all I'm doing, though, is giving you the most current due date so that you don't neglect it. If I gave the due date when it was due, students would wait to that week and then they would do it. So I'm giving you the due date this week, so that way you know you need to be working on it, but there's nothing that you need to turn in until the very last week. So anyway, that's the assignment. So here's some explanations of next week what to do, and then in a few weeks later, when it's due, you're going to be doing this, and then I give you some instructions on how to record it, and then I give you some guidelines on the presentation, what you need to include, and then I even give you the rubric at the bottom as to what you're going to be scored on for this assignment. It's worth 100 points. If you skip it, it's also worth 20% of your grade. So even if you skip it, it's not worth just 100 points off the total. It's really worth 20% of your entire grade. So you won't be able to get above a B if you don't do this assignment. That's kind of the way I designed it. But do the assignment. It's very much a critical part of the course and the instruction that we're going to be giving. So make sure you do it and do not neglect doing it. And if you have any issues or problems, you can get a hold of me and I'll be happy to help you with it. So that's pretty much it for this week, week number 2. I pretty much do an announcement video every week. Some of the videos are done other semesters, but they are the contents all correct. I don't usually refer to dates. So anyway, just keep watching every week. There'll be a new video sent to you, and it'll be the most current instructions that you need. And other than that, have a great week, everybody. And if you need to be in touch with me, I will be available on Monday at, Tuesday at 12:30. I don't remember. Let me see what my office hours times are. I apologize. I forgot. I'd be available on, I'm gonna look here. I think it's Tuesday. Sorry, Tuesdays 12:30 to 1:30. You can tune in by just clicking this link right here, and I'll be in there and I'll be able to help you with any of your